It's the KDZA Veteran Spotlight brought to you by T-Mobile Fiber. And here with me is Dennis Doyle. And Dennis, thank you for taking a minute. Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. It was an honor to serve, and it was quite an adventure. 34 years in the Army, 22 moves all over the United States, Germany 3 times, and then Hawaii once. So that was a tough assignment.
Oh, yeah, Hawaii. What exactly did you do, and did you enjoy it?
Several things. I flew medevac helicopters, Army medical evacuation helicopters, for a significant portion of my career. You can only do that until you're about a lieutenant colonel, and so I was able to go through the Army Baylor program and get a master's degree in healthcare administration, and that let me get into the fixed facility, the hospital side of healthcare. But I will tell you, flying medical evacuation, I flew Black Hawks and even some Hueys that were still and are still flying today, I think. But Vietnam era Hueys that had been updated and everything. But that was probably the most memorable mission for me. I was able to do that in Desert Shield before Desert Storm started. I was a staff officer, and it was just incredible with that many forces deployed into theater and flying missions and night vision goggles and all that. And it gives you a great sense of pride. Memorial Day, the national concert, they had a segment on the Vietnam cruise that started. That's where Dust Off began, and those folks really laid the groundwork, paved the way, and we got to walk in the shadow of giants who risked everything to save a life, and that still exists today. The crews that do that mission today are still out there 24/7.
Wow. And I was going to ask you, besides that, is there any story, or what story or memory do you have that you would like to last on with your kids and your grandkids?
Well, it was a medevac mission that I did not fly. The Army had started in about 2000, 2001 to do exercises. We were in Europe. They were doing them in Poland. And so a big contingency of ground and air forces were there, Army Air Forces. And there was a mishap. An Apache went in, and the front seat pilot was killed. The back seater was not. And wherever you in a deployment like that, when that happens, you will have a ramp ceremony where what we now call the fallen angel is taken back to the main base in Germany. And I remember going up to the pilot who survived, and sharing my condolences, those of my unit, and he gave me this big hug, and he said, "Thank you for come and getting me." Well, I wasn't on that mission, but in a sense, the entire medevac community was and has been and continues to be, and so that sits with me till this day. To brightly shining sea of America.
Let's pivot a little bit into what you're doing now. This America the Beautiful men's barbershop chorus. Pretty cool.
It's amazing. I've seen barbershop quartets in movies and things like that, but never really heard of a men's chorus like that until 2015. They were at our church for the first time to do their Christmas show, and one of the gentlemen in the chorus is in our choir, and he asked for help with ushering, and so my wife and I did that. And I mean, there were 100 men on stage, and I'd never heard a sound like that. And so I went the next January to a guest night and just got hooked. So I've been singing with these guys for almost 10 years now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed?
You guys sound great. You really do. Thank you, and anything else that you'd like to add?
No, it was really an honor to serve, and my hat goes off to those who continue to serve. We had the Air Force graduation here yesterday. The West Point graduation was a day before that, and you just see this young generation coming up, and that this country and our world are going to be in fine hands with the officers that are coming through those schools now.
Thank you, Dennis Doyle.
Thanks, Guy.
Thank you. This has been the Veteran Spotlight, brought to you by T-Mobile Fiber.